4:43 in the morning. Oh my, nearly 5 o'clock. I haven't slept at all, but I'm not even tired. I give up on sleep tonight, as my depression keeps me awake. My anxiety keeps me jumping from one YouTube video to the next, barely able to pay attention long enough to finish the one that I was watching. Listening to other poems like this one, trying to relate, throwing myself into other people's lives, into other people's problems instead of focusing on mine. Ignoring the fact that I'm falling face first into a deep, dark hole, ignoring the fact that once I finally hit the ground, it's gonna hurt like hell, because how can I possibly be in any more pain than I am in right now? Unable to see my closest friends because they're either too far away or too gay. Lied to every other second by the people I'm supposed to trust more than anyone in the world. Told by my mother that my grandparents will never truly accept the fact that I am gay. Told by my mother that my father said that I was mentally insane. Told by my father that my mother is a spectacular liar. Told by my father that my mother's lawyer drilled him in court over me having a sleepover with a transgender friend, but told by my mother that that never happened. Not knowing who to believe, so choosing to shut out the situation entirely. Separated from my father and brother, only being able to see them on the weekends, being drilled by my mother and told that she thinks that I'm against her. What did they tell you this time? She asks, as if that wasn't enough. Memories flashing through my head of the bullying, of the screaming, of the having my desk surrounded by my classmates yelling at me that I was wrong, of my favorite teacher just sitting there and doing nothing. Memories of the administration ignoring the problem and making me feel like nothing, of them making me feel like I'm the problem, of the telling me to shut my mouth and not bring it up when I wasn't the one who brought it up in the first place. Memories of the sexual assaults at summer camp, of the boy who I thought was my friend telling me that he could rape me if he wanted to, of him holding me down and trying to kiss me, of him slapping my ass and having to laugh it off, of him randomly grabbing my crotch out of nowhere and saying, "Are you nervous?" Of him trying to shove his hand up my ass in the pool, of him grabbing my tits while playing Wax Museum, of not being able to move, and not just because of the game, of the being absolutely petrified, and not even being able to tell you all that happened to me because it would take too long to explain. Memories of the other boy calling me a dyke all day, and the next day him seeing me in a bikini and saying, "Hey baby." Of him telling me that he was picturing me naked and trying to get hard, of him telling me how deep he thought my vagina was, of him pinning me in a chair and trying to feel me up and trying to put his hands down my pants and up my shirt after I told him no. Memories. Just memories of all my heartbreak and all the times I felt used up and dirty. Now I admit that I have a problem, but it's one thing to admit it and it's another thing to face it, and I have. They tell you to face your demons, but what they don't tell you is that once you do, you have to do it over and over again until you either completely and totally get over it, or until you're dead. Whichever comes first. Yet my friends still tell me that they're jealous of me and they want to be me, and that I'm so lucky to have a perfect life when I don't. 11 suicide attempts later, and they still don't understand that my life is far from perfect. When I tell them not to be jealous of me, and I try and tell them of all the suffering I've been through, they say, "You sure as hell wouldn't want to be me, though." But what they don't understand is that I don't want to be anybody else. I just want to be happy. 4:43 in the morning by Sophie.